Hey everyone, Fitzy Fading here. This is 2 days past my surgery on Monday. I meant to make this video ever since I got out of surgery, but it's just been a little bit more difficult than I thought. I'll catch everybody up on everything that's happened. I went in for surgery. I had to be there at 5:45 in the morning. They finally called me back about an hour later, did all my IV and vitals and all of that, and then we waited. And we talked to the doctor, we talked to the anesthesiologist and everything, and also talked to a patient advocate for Dr. Nicholson's clinic who was really, really helpful and gave us some tips on how to get all of our vitamins and stuff way cheaper than what they originally suggested we use because they were pretty pricey otherwise. I also have her cell phone number in case there's anything wrong ever. I can call her no matter what time of day. I was finally taken back for surgery at about 8:30. According to my husband, they came out and told him that the surgery was done like 30 minutes later. So it was super, super fast, which is great. It means I had no complications during surgery. But I did have complications after surgery. I couldn't wake up. I've never had that problem before, and I'm not quite sure why I had the problem then. I stayed in recovery way longer than the 1 to 2 hours that they say. I remember waking up and just feeling like I was completely disoriented. Like my head was dizzy. I was in a lot of pain. I heard the guy saying that he gave me morphine, but if he did, I didn't feel it. He kept telling me that I had to get up and I had to walk. And I knew that, and I was expecting that, and I wasn't fighting him, except I couldn't stay awake. So he would stand me up and I would pass out and I would go right back to sleep. And I finally remember them getting me into this recliner chair, which is actually what you sit in the step down room. And they wheeled me over there just to get me out of the way. But again, every time I would try to wake up, I had this kind of like dazed look on my face, and I would pass right back out. And I stayed like that for a long time. I would try to get up and walk, and I would pass out. They finally realized that this little patch that I had to put behind my ear on Sunday night that was supposed to help with nausea was actually counter effective and making me dizzy and making my medicine, my morphine, work extremely well. And they said I have what is called a clean system. It means I don't use painkillers, and I'm not used to having pain meds, so the pain meds take effect super fast. And they said that once the morphine got out of my system and they took that patch off my ear, then I would be feeling better. And sure enough, they took that patch off, and a good 30 minutes later, I started being able to focus more and actually started getting some more strength to me. I hated the feeling of just not being able to do anything. And I'd look at these other patients, and they're up and walking around, and they're smiling, and I'm sitting there with a dead look on my face. I don't remember hardly anything that anybody said. Thankfully, my husband was there, so he got to hear it all, and he's told me what I should and shouldn't be doing. But, man, that sucked. They finally said to just get me dressed and just kind of force me up. And like I said, I wasn't fighting them. They told me I needed to walk, and I said I'd give it a try. And they asked me if I could go another round, and I said, let's try it. I mean, I was not a patient that was fighting them. But it just took a long time for that medicine to wear off. Because of that, I couldn't get any more medicine. I had to stay awake, and I couldn't have my codeine, my Tylenol with codeine, because I couldn't stay awake as it was. So we left there close to 4. My husband said all the other people that were there at the beginning, whenever we first got there, they were already gone. And patients that had their surgery long after me were already gone. So I was there for a long time, which kind of sucked. So got home, and that's all I did was sleep. I would sit on the couch, and I would sleep. My husband would say, hey, you need to get up and walk. I'd get up, I'd walk, do my breathing, sit down, sleep. And I did that all night. And I finally got full control over my sleep cycles at about 1 o'clock in the morning, when it finally had all run its course, and I finally felt like I was in control again. So that's kind of how I am pain-wise. I take my Tylenol with codeine, but only when I know I can go and lay down. I try not to take it, because otherwise I can't function. So I'm supposed to be walking every hour for 5 minutes, and I'm supposed to do these breathing things with this little breathometer or whatever. I don't know what you call it. And you see, well, that's the wrong side. See that line? I'm supposed to be able to get it up to that line. I'm getting it to 15 to 2,000. I can't reach that line. And I have to do this 10 times every hour. Supposedly it's going to make me feel better. It hasn't helped yet. My incisions do not hurt at all. I do not have a drain plug or anything like that. I just have incisions. The thing that hurts is my left side. Not the incisions that are on that side. My actual side. And they told me that was going to happen. And I guess that's where my stomach was. I don't know. But that's what they said. That would hurt the worst. And it does. It feels like I have been kicked repeatedly. And it's just so bruised and so hurt that moving is a big problem. I was going to try to go back to work tomorrow, and that's not happening. I can barely move. I can barely walk. I force myself to walk more every single time that I have to walk. I count those little paths, and I started with 5, and I'm up to 22. So, do I walk every hour? No, because if I take my Tylenol with codeine, I'm going to bed for at least 2 hours. But I try. Sorry for the interruption in the video. My husband started coming upstairs, and he doesn't know that I'm making these videos. Because I'm kind of not making them for him. I'm making them for me. So I was talking about eating before I cut off. I'm supposed to be having 2 liters of water a day. By Friday, I'm supposed to at least be getting 1 liter in. I am barely getting half of that. It hurts so much to drink just the tiniest little bit, and I sip on water constantly. But today I'm going to really try and get that full liter in. I'm also supposed to be having 60 grams of protein, but they said that by Friday I need to at least be getting 1 of those ready-to-drink protein shakes in, which would be 30 grams of protein. I've yet to get a full 1 of those in a day yet either. Last night I had some warm chicken broth, and that felt really good, but I just drank it just for something different. I'm not hungry at all. In fact, I'm kind of a little repulsed by food. I don't want it. The thought of it makes me ill. I see my kids and my husband eating, and I'm just like, oh, no, I don't want it. I don't want it at all. Taking my meds is difficult. Putting anything into my mouth really is a problem. I have a lot of gas, and I've been taking the Gas X strips, and I've been walking, but it just doesn't seem to be getting out of my system like I hoped it would have by now. But I think it'll get there. I just got to give it time. I got to realize that now this is Thursday and my surgery was on Monday. It's only been 3 days since I've had my surgery. And I think I'm just trying to push myself too hard and too fast. Today I went walking around our cul-de-sac because it's beautiful out there right now. And I did 3 laps, which was like, it was like almost 10 minutes long took me to do. So that felt really good to get some extra walking in and some different scenery. So I was happy about that. What else is there? I don't really know what else there is to talk about. I've lost some weight, but can't really go too much into that. I mean, I think I've lost 4 pounds total, but I mean, nothing significant, and I don't expect anything significant for quite a while. The physician asked me before I went home if I liked shopping, and I told him no. And he told me that come October, I'm going to have to buy all new clothes, including underwear. And then in December, I'll have to buy all new clothes because those won't fit that I just bought. And then probably again in February. So that makes me feel good, but I still got to do the work, and I still got to make it happen. And it's all on me. So I'm really trying to do what I can. I've had one setback right now, is that I still haven't had a bowel movement. And they said if I didn't have one by today, that I had to take a stool softener. So I took some Miralax this morning at about 8:30. If I still haven't had one, I gotta call the nurse advocate, or patient advocate person. I don't know what that'll mean for me. I hope it doesn't mean I have to go to the hospital, because that would suck. But I'm doing everything they say. I often forget that I've had the surgery when I go to drink water, especially in the middle of the night. Like last night I woke up and I was so thirsty, and I grabbed my bottle of water and I took a drink just like I would have prior to surgery, and oh my God, that hurt so bad. Oh my God, I was in so much pain. So I really have to remember to sip, 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 because that's all I can do is sip, sip, sip. But remembering that in the middle of the night is a little tough. But my body will tell me. I haven't thrown up, so that's really good. I know a lot of people, they don't get to come home. They don't have a day surgery. They stay in the hospital. So, I guess let me talk a little bit about that. Those of you that stay in the hospital, you'll usually have a drain plug from what I've seen. And my doctor doesn't do that. They also did the leak test while I was still under anesthesia. So I don't have to go back and do that. I have 5 incisions around my belly that are glued shut, and I have some that are stitched. And from what I can read, the pulling and tearing feeling on my left side is from the stomach muscles that were stitched closed, and that could hurt for quite a while. But basically, I just came home, drink water, drink protein, full liquid diet. Everything has to be able to go through a strainer, so no Jello, no thick soups. If it can't strain, then I can't have it. Nothing at all that's soft. And I have to do that for 3 weeks. And then I can move on to the soft foods for 3 weeks. But it's just all on me. And I don't mind it. I'm kind of glad I wasn't stuck in the hospital for a day or two. I was looking like I was going to when I couldn't wake up, but thankfully they figured that out. So for those of you that are wondering why your surgeon is having you do a day surgery and you see everybody else doing hospital stays, I did not stay in the hospital. I was a day surgery. So it can be done. And I actually like it a lot better. Because I'm at home in my own bed. With my own TV. So, excuse me. Having some gas release right now. Didn't make it back to work today. Not going tomorrow. Going on Monday. My goal is Monday. And I will be there on Monday. I went to my daughter's meet the teacher night last night. And it just about killed me. So I knew I wasn't ready today. But I think I'll get there. Oh, one other thing that they gave me at the hospital, which they are super cool, are these leg things. If I can get my camera to turn. They go around my calves. And they squeeze my legs when I'm sleeping at night. Excuse my cat's tail in the way. And they keep me from having blood clots. And they're battery powered. So right now they're charging from last night. And they're really, really cool. So I was pretty excited to have those instead of a machine that I had to like be tied down to, because they tried that when I was in the hospital having my girls, and I couldn't stand it. But these are battery powered, so I can walk around with them if I want to. They're pretty cool. So that's about it. If you have any questions that I forgot to answer, just leave me a comment and I'll definitely answer them. I'm going to try to just make a video a week. I'm not going to be a daily person because honestly there's not much going on in my life. And I'd rather just do a weekly update. So I'm going to try to do my videos on Monday. Since my surgery was on Monday, I'm going to try to make my videos on Monday. But I wanted to go ahead and finish the surgery one just so that everybody could get an idea for how my surgery went. So I'm at home. I'm recovering. I got to go drink my water and my protein. So until Monday, peace out.